Uh, Alright. Um, Today I woke up a little late, 9:37. My alarm was going off. I didn't wake up on time, but I ended up fixing my alarm, so it's a lot louder. So I will not be late to school anymore, or late to, most importantly, late to being on the charts. Um, I wasn't so. Alright, well, just overall bias is Brighton dumped, London dumped as well, but then we started seeing reactions out of it, but we didn't really take out any highs at all. And same with, I see. Oh, that didn't go. Um, yeah, not on NQ or ES, and that kind of led me to want to be a reversal day. But we're also in such a big downtrend, like we could just continue lower. So I was kind of not super confident in reversal day, but definitely willing to take something like that. Coming into market open. Price dumps. I was still asleep when this was happening, but we don't take out these 5-minute lows. We also tap into this gap, 5-minute gap, and 15-minute gap, which we had previously tapped into. We also were inversing this already BPR. We then get enough candle, but closed sort of had a high wick, kind of closed, I guess, relatively bearish, even though it's bullish close. We then made this gap. I want to see that gap get invalidated. Invalidate it, but like make such like it's just impossible for me to want to go long after making such a move like this. Make a move like that, take out all these 5-minute highs, have these highs. Now I'm really like, all right, well, even though it's kind of hard for me to speak out 5-minute liquidity, come right back up, take this out, and then reverse down again. But it's like, I mean, we're in a downtrend. We just had that huge move up. Taking longs here isn't really ideal because you're not getting good entry whatsoever. Any sort of 5-minute retrace is going to cook you. I have this. We have this decent gap, but it's kind of far down. Yeah, it's like 26 ticks. So I'm not really expecting that to be filled. I'm just not really looking to take any sort of shorts. I mean, like, I guess there's an hourly. How far away is this hourly gap? Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. Let me mark it out. Let's do this one too. I mean, I guess you can take it up to this hourly gap, but it's like, I don't know. It's not really the best of situations to be taking a long, 1-minute gap. It gets filled, but like at that point, like you tap in the 1-minute gap where you at that hourly gap. Um, Price continues going. If that was higher a little bit. And then we finally get the down candle after tapping the second hourly. After making that move, I'm like, all right, well, I'm kind of willing to go short here. We made that. We're already super overextended. Can't watch liquidity, and we are on the higher time frame in the downtrend, a very significant one. We invalidate this gap on here. What in the world? Yeah, well, uh, on yes, we tapped into it. Ended up respecting it, but I entered after we invalidated it. And high key, I've been doing this a lot recently with my trades. Is like I almost like I don't FOMO in, but my entries have been horrible off the 1 minute. Um, it's like I hit like a wick. I entered like here because like we already broke structure, and I was like, all right, we're gonna invalidate it. We're gonna go lower, and it kept, like instantly like this wick went straight down. I'm like, oh, should I need to enter? And then I entered. Like I should have waited for some sort of 1 minute entry. Um, and I would have I still would have lost depending on the entry, but I would have lost a lot less. Um, instead of losing 500, I probably would have lost only like 200 to 300, and those little things add up. And in future reference, um, that can save me a loss if I wait for an entry. So definitely not too happy about that. Definitely promoted in on the 1 minute. Overall, it was a fine trade, and I followed my strategy. But on the 1 minute, I definitely did not wait for a good enough entry. Like here, oh yes, like bro, this is perfect. SMT alpha 1 minute highs. That would be perfect. So, although it stops above, I mean, look, a 13 text bro, like I'd be willing to let it maybe run average point text stop loss. That's still like nothing. Okay. Yeah, so still we got stopped out. Uh, jeez. But I would have obviously lost a lot less. Price does eventually, yeah, right there, goes down after it makes a SMT on the 5 minute. So I think the biggest thing was after validating this, we then restricted this next gap. I should have waited for this 5 minute to close bearish. Although it would have moved forward. I could have easily gone through. I think I should have just waited for a better 1 minute entry. Is what I should have done. Because I had the 5 minute invalidation, timing this hourly gap, 5 minute gap, slope these highs. And high key, I would have taken trade it. This is at 10:30. We didn't make it till 10:40. I was on the charts. I would have taken that trade off the S&T. Overall, not bad. Like we ended up tanking, and that would have been a good trade. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, the market uh came up and then went down, made SMT and then went down. Uh, so I just have to learn from that. I think the biggest thing, because it could have easily gone straight down, was wait for a 1 minute entry off the SMT, and then only have lost barely anything. With the 13 tick stop loss, that would have been insane. That would have been like 150, $200. 13 times 4.5, $160 compared to 500. Like that's the biggest issue. Um, so I'm not mad about the overall trade, but honestly, like with that big of a money difference, like I'm kind of pissed that I did not wait for a moment entry. From now on, I'll dial in on that. And another thing is that with wealth charts, I'm gonna start putting in the stop loss before I entered because like I had been putting in after and sometimes it hits it like really quickly or if price is moving, it might go there and then I'm like waiting. Like I just need to have it ready, set the stop loss, then buy, and then the stop loss is already in place. And you it doesn't really um, matter too much. But I still think it's something I need to do. Technical. Oh, I was kind of wondering, like, this is something I'm going to research is how price reverses differently when tapping to higher time frame gap compared to liquidity sweep. Because maybe in a gap it might chop around a little bit more, like it did today, or maybe compared to just normal liquidity sweep. I don't know. It's just something I want to definitely take a look into. Psychology. Here's where I wanted to. I did about 8 M&Q and followed my strategy. Only took one trade. I'm happy with the trade. Want to start putting SL before entering and have it ready. Uh, and technical as well. I'm gonna put wait for entry. No FOMO. All right. Well, that's good for today. Not mad. Could have been a banger, but this is what separates the profitable from the unprofitable. Um, but I still think my trade that I took was a still profitable trade in the long run. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I think we have actually what news do we have? We have news at 10 a.m. I think, which ISM services, which won't affect it too much, but I do have to wait. We'll see you guys tomorrow.